Boom! Coming in hot, Chinchy. What's going on, brother?
What do we have here? Sean Casey's in full uniform. We got the Kelly green. It says Irish on his jersey. Sick hat. Casey, number 21 jersey.
Oh,
what
bro.
are we doing?
The motherland. Brian Kenny would be impressed. Dude, I'm managing the Irish Wolfhounds this weekend, taking on the Washington Whiskey Runners. And it's a charity event for there's a bar down in, I believe, Carnegie, Riley's Poorhouse, that burned down. That's like a mainstay. So they're raising money to try to get that going again. And also raising money for like just Irish baseball in Ireland, trying to raise money for the programs out there, the kids out there. And my buddy John Fitzgerald, who's also who runs the Wolfhounds and Team Ireland, and Sean Clancy, who I was in the Irish American Hall of Fame. They asked me if I wanted to manage the team this week, and I said yeah. So I got Jake coming in to like be in the dugout with me, and I got the Lambuski baby coming in to be the pitching coach.
Nothing says Ireland like the big Lambuski. I love it. That's so good. All right, have fun with that. Dude, I got a wild day going so far, too. So I wake up this morning. We're supposed to have the AC guy's going to go set it up. We hadn't turned it on. Motor blown. He's still up there. He's going to be here 2 hours. Oh. Now, also, my filter was dirty, so I had to run to Home Depot. This is all like first thing in the morning. I get to Home Depot, and this is funny. I'm walking, and I'm like all annoyed, and I look up, and I'm like, I know that guy. Dude, remember in The Sopranos, the guy who, the mobster guy, he wound up getting, I won't say what happened to him, but he dated Johnny Cakes. I love you, Johnny Cakes. That creepy scene set up. Anyway, one of the Sopranos mobsters is buying a bunch of flowers.
Come on, dude. Come on. Did you go up to him? And...
Nah, he looked like I don't like bothering people. I don't know.
It looks like you might end up in the trunk.
Yeah, exactly. I did take pictures of him, and I think he caught me taking a picture of him, but... Anyway,
dude, you know what's funny? It is true though. The guys in the Sopranos, there's a look of those Italians. I feel like when you go to Arthur Avenue, whenever I go to Forum, I go to Arthur Avenue. Like, oh man, these are the Soprano Italians are down here.
Yeah, it is straight out of the book.
Just like the jumpsuit. One guy dude's got the jumpsuit on with the glasses, and he's like eating pasta behind me. I'm like, whoa, boy.
Great, man. Gabagool.
Gabagool.
Nice. Oh, well, in that case, let's start with a fellow Italiano like myself and talk about Jac Caglianone is making his debut. Yes. It's going to be a better transition.
Great transition, bro.
Yeah, there you go. So here we go, man. This is it. Let me start this way. He's got numbers. He's already being compared power-wise to Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani. The dude just graduated, or didn't even graduate. He's just a kid. Your advice. Okay, Jack, everybody thinks you're going to be a superstar. You're making it up to the big leagues. What does Sean Casey tell him? Talk to him like he's your son.
My advice would be, if I was his hitting coach, he just came up, I would just say, hey, man, don't let the third deck get to you. It's just still baseball. When you cross those white lines, that guy's 60 feet, 6 inches away. He's got to throw across the plate that's 17 by 8 by 12. You got to hunt the fastball wherever you want the ball out over the plate and stick with the process of just hammering the baseball the way you were in AA and AAA, the way you've done it your whole life. Let the process take care of the results, and you're going to have a long, long career up here. Do not make this more than it is. Keep things in perspective. You're a great baseball player. That's why you're here. That's why you're one of the top picks of the draft last year. Go out and do your thing.
Yeah, there you go. And just keep it going, right? Like here, I got his numbers here. In combined in AA and AAA, his slash line, 322, 389, 593, 15 bombs, 56 ribbies in just 15 games between double and triple.
Dude,
I mean,
he's ready. And he's hitting like 115 exit velo on a ton of these, 117. Like he's got thunder, dude. And I was saying too, the Royals are sitting in a nice spot. They're a couple games over 500. This is a perfect time to bring him up, add a little power to that lineup, and also too, Chinch, you'll see, and when the new guy comes up.
Energy, right?
It's energy to the clubhouse. And, everyone knows what's going down. I remember when Adam Dunn came up, we're like, man, look, you see what Adam Dunn's doing in the minor leagues? Tearing it up. Then we called him up. I think in Florida was his first game, and I'm like, this is exciting for all of us, man. Adam Dunn's here to hit bullets.
Yeah, it keeps you like in the game, right? Because even you're up like 8th this inning, but the kid's up. Let's see what the kid's doing.
Yeah, dude, it's so fun. It's fun, and the crowd, everybody knows, everybody's waiting, so it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Dude, isn't this jersey making my eyes look green? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, well, you have beautiful eyes anyway. What do you have? Baby blues though.
Baby
Yes,
blues, but isn't it making it look green a little bit?
that is pretty amazing. They actually do
I'm
look
like looking at
green.
my eyes. I'm like, whoa, my eyes green right now?
That's pretty amazing. That's why you got to go to our YouTube page, see how handsome Sean is. Kelly Green uniform, Kelly Green eyes matching. All right, good side of things. Let's go to the tough side of things. Yankees, bad news, dude. Luke Weaver expected to be placed on an injured list after injuring his hamstring warming up on Sunday night randomly. He underwent an MRI, could miss 4 to 6 weeks, but hey, you did go and get the best closer in baseball last year. Devin Williams loses his role. However, last 11 outings, dude, he's got a 1.8 ERA, hasn't allowed a run in 13 of his last 15 games. Hey, what do you say?
There you go. Perfect. It's good. Listen, dude, Luke Weaver's lights out. There's no doubt about it. I love the guy. He's such a great dude, great pitcher. Just, he's been so great as the closer, and I believe that's still his job. But this couldn't have been a better situation for Devin Williams and the Yankees as far as getting him out of the closer role, getting his mind right, having him not in such high-pressure situations, then coming out and really pitching the way we know he can pitch. And I think there's that little fire in these guys. You're in the big leagues. You're there for a reason. You have a burn inside you that is a different level as far as the expectations for yourself. I told my son the other day, I go, there was nobody out there that had bigger expectations than I had for myself. So you couldn't say anything to me that was any higher than I had for myself. Devin Williams looks at this as like another shot. Oh man, another opportunity again. You never want to see a teammate get hurt. You don't want that. But it happens in baseball. Over 162, guys are going to go get hurt. Guys are going to go up and down. Devin Williams has dealt with his fair share of injuries. But I know for him, he believes he's a closer. That's why he's in New York. He's now been able to settle in a little bit in these last month or so, and he's going to welcome having an opportunity to get a chance for these next 4 to 6 weeks while Weaver comes back from that hamstring injury to close a little bit.
Yeah, and it's funny how baseball gods work. The other night, his last outing before this all happened, he has to face Shohei and Teoscar, and in a big spot, look great. It's kind of like, oh, that's like the perfect setup for all right, now I'm ready to close again. I'm gonna close it.
Yeah, get me against the good guy, the lefties and the righties, and let me work my magic with the fastball changeup combo, and let me gain that confidence. So yeah, I think the Yankees got to feel good about where Devin Williams is right now and putting him back in that role.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing is, and this is way down the road, so I'm getting way ahead of my skis here, but let's just say he is completely lights out as a closer. Then Weaver comes back. Now what? But that's the problem you want. That's the problem they're hoping to have.
Yeah, and the problem they had before was he was the closer. Weaver was lights out in the 8th. Devin Williams wasn't in the 9th. Listen, get Devin Williams and Weaver lights out at the same time. Boone, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. And he'll be happy to figure that out.
Exactly.
Yeah. One other guy who we love, friend of the podcast, team is a friend of the podcast, Milwaukee Brewers, Yelich, dude, is en fuego. Last 10 games, 474, 6 bombs, 13 RBIs, player of the week in the National League, and 8-game win streak for our good friends at the Milwaukee Brewers.
Love it. Love Yelich. Hey, he's a feel guy. And he's got some feel. There's a feel he figured out in the cages or in BP. It's incredible. They're just that, what is that? You kind of see that like, it could be visually he felt something in a bat or whatever, but something's clicking for him right now. You knew it was a matter of time, Chinch. You're not a guy like Christian Yelich, been one of the best players of this generation that you're cold for the month of April, you're going to get hot. I look at guys that are cold and go, oh man, it just means they're about to get really hot. And Yelich is one of those guys. So good for him, man. Yelich's such a good dude. We love that team over there with the Brewers. They've helped us out a ton on, the Mayor's Office podcast. And Mike Vasala, shout out to you. But Yelich's been on here, and what a great. If you haven't seen that one, man, we should post that at some point.
Yeah, maybe this week.
Well, yeah, it was great. We had him up, and just the way he's been playing, pretty special.
Yeah,
fun to watch it. And they need that. The Brewers need the power from Yelich. You know what I mean? It's one thing because they got a lot of hitters that Terang and Frelick and these guys. But, you need Jackson Churio, you need Yelich, you need these guys, Hoskins, you need those guys to be your power guys that drive the ball at the ballpark.
Yeah, and when your leader is playing the best on your team, that's really awesome, right? Obviously, it's really big for your squad, right?
Being in that clubhouse too, Chinch, he's like such a normal dude. You're like, he's like, you're like, there's Christian Yelich. Yeah, he's a great guy. Like, people follow him. Like, he's the heartbeat of that team. So, like, when you see Yelich starting to go off, and he's your team leader, man, it boosts morale.
There you go. Beautiful. All right, you gotta go. Is Sarah home? Sarah's got to see your eyes in this.
I know. She's not home. I gotta go take a look at it. You know what's going on here.
It's like a snapshot. Make her watch in 4K.
Yeah. Dude, I got one other thing I wanted to say.
Let's do it.
On January, because I got a couple videos to do. I just did one for the Wolfhounds, so they could post. But another one is on January 9th is the Day of Giving to Charities Day. It's like a universal day of giving around the country, I believe. And I just want to encourage everybody, if you could go to caseysclubhouse.org. We know, everybody has their charities and gives their hard-earned money to certain charities. I know I do. I know that's a big deal where you give your money. We would be so thankful if you would consider us, giving us, some money to support 500 of our special needs athletes and kids. We serve over 61 zip codes, Chinch, at our field with tons of kids, tons of programs that we do. And we're just really excited about this. So June 9th coming up is the big day of giving. If you could go to caseysclubhouse.org and
I'll put the link in our
consider giving to us. We would really appreciate it. And we appreciate everybody listening to this podcast. Chinch and I love doing it for you guys and delivering that. If you could also subscribe and download, it helps us a ton.
It'd be
Hopefully
great.
we'll stay on the air. Right, Chinch?
Let's go.
Stay on the air. We haven't made $1 yet, but we're working on it. One of these days. We do it for the love of the game, dude.
For all of you, we love you.
For all you. All right, Chinch, you have a great day, dude. Love you, man. Hope you get that air conditioning fixed. And if not, just jump in your pool, dude. You got options. All right, see you, buddy.